Hello and welcome to Harness Money. In my last video, I explained what is a Roth IRA. In this video, I want to talk about what are the benefits of a Roth IRA because there are several different benefits of investing into this account. There are several different types of retirement accounts that are available to us as investors. You can have a 401k, you can do a traditional IRA, and then if you work for the government or you're a public employee of like a hospital or some type of business like that, then you can do maybe a 403b or a 457 or a pension plan. So there's a lot of different retirement vehicles out there. But the Roth IRA very specifically has some benefits that make it very attractive for individual investors. So let's back up a little bit and start with a Roth IRA is a retirement account that allows an investor to put money into this account tax free. The money can grow tax free. It's important to keep in mind that the Roth IRA is simply an account. If you put money, cash into this account, you then have to invest in assets. So stocks, bonds, real estate. You have to actually invest into these vehicles inside the Roth, and then from there they can grow and they can grow tax free until retirement. So let's dig into the four different benefits that I have identified. The first benefit is that the Roth IRA account, depending on which institution you use, is free. It doesn't cost anything to simply open this account and maintain this account if you choose the right institution, the right location for this account. That's different than some other traditional retirement vehicles. 401k, they often charge the consumer just for having this account, just for simply opening this account and having an employer put money into your 401k. There's going to be a fee. Not the case with the Roth IRA. It is free to open this account and it doesn't have a maintenance fee. Now, there could be fees on the actual assets that you invest into, whether it be a company, whether it be real estate. There may be a fees associated with the operation of those assets, but not for the actual holding vehicle of the Roth IRA. So that's number one. That's a big benefit of this account. Number two is that you have lots of different investment options within the Roth IRA. Again, some other retirement vehicles, they may limit what options you have to invest into. This was the problem I had when I started investing into my HSA, was that I opened the HSA, great, started putting cash into that account, but then when it came time to invest the money into the market, I only had a select list of options to choose from to put my cash into and just to invest my assets into. And I didn't like that because I want as much control over my investments as possible. I don't just want to blanket invest into companies that I don't believe in or that are not aligned with my values. So with the Roth, you get total control to choose what you put your money into. You can put it into stocks, you could put it into ETFs, you could choose to put it into mutual funds if you so desire, or you can even put it into real estate or even venture capital. You could invest in startups through a Roth IRA. It does just depends on what is your financial plan and what is the best way that you have determined for yourself and your family how you are going to build wealth. A lot of people do it through real estate. I choose to do it through the stock market. And I do have a little bit of real estate, I'm not going to lie, but not enough. The lion's share is in the stock market. That's what I'm the most comfortable with investing. So you get to have very flexible options with what you put your money into. Now, the next benefit, the third benefit is probably the biggest, and that is the aspect that any money that you put into this account, you are going to pay tax on today, and then it will grow tax free into the future. So if you put $10,000 in this account today and it grows to 100,000 or 1 million or even something astronomical, like 250 million or $1 billion, which has happened with several different investors out there. That money is now in your Roth tax free. When you go to withdraw any of the gains of this account, it will be tax free. The reverse is true of pre-tax retirement accounts. Pre-tax means that you put money in and you're deferring paying the tax till a later date. So you don't have to pay tax today, and it will often come off of your income, so you can reduce the amount that you pay in yearly income to the government, but then you have to pay it on the back end when you go to withdraw the money. So if you put in 10,000 today and it grows to 100,000, any money that you withdraw from the 100,000, you're going to have to pay tax on. So post-tax, you pay it today. It doesn't matter how big the account grows, you get to withdraw tax-free. Now, it's important to remember that you can't do it at any time. You can't withdraw gains from your Roth IRA at any time. Any principal, any cash that you contribute to your Roth account, you are allowed to withdraw from that account at any time, at any age. But any gains you make from the investments in your account, you have to wait till you're 59 and a half in order to withdraw those gains from your Roth account. So you really kind of have to put money into this account and plan for it to be a long-term holding. Plan for your assets to be in this account for a long time before you withdraw from that account. Because for me, that's going to be, more than 25 years away when I'm reached the age where I can withdraw money from that account. So I'm thinking long-term. I'm investing aggressively in my Roth IRA. I believe that I'm putting money into this account into high growth investments, but I don't plan to get those gains for another 20, 30 years. So it could be a very long time before I actually get to reap the benefits of the seeds that I am sowing today. And that's really the fourth benefit, is the principal. Being able to withdraw cash at any time is a huge benefit, because with a 401k, you can take out loans from your 401k. There's certain situations where you are allowed to withdraw from a 401k or a pension or a 403b, but they're very limited. With a Roth, you get to decide when you want to take cash out of that account. So you can really almost treat it like a bank account, like a checking account, or a rainy day account or emergency fund. You're putting cash aside to be used in the event of an emergency, and you're allowed to withdraw without a penalty. With a 401k, there is a penalty for withdrawing money early from anything that you contribute to this account. So you really have to think that if you're putting money into a 401k, it's going to be there for a long time. You may be able to build wealth. You may be able to grow that amount a lot, but you won't be able to reap those benefits until you reach the retirement age where you're allowed to withdraw that money without penalty. So you can look like you're wealthy on paper, but you might not feel it in your day-to-day life because you don't really have access to those accounts and those funds without a big penalty. So with a Roth IRA, you're allowed to withdraw at any time, and that money is very liquid. It's very easy to put money in and take money out of that account. You don't have to go through a third party or put in a request or anything like that. You can literally just go online and transfer money in and transfer money out. So that's another huge benefit from this account. Everyone really should have a Roth IRA. Even if you only can contribute $5, $10, it's a huge benefit. It puts you on a whole different playing field of wealth to be able to contribute to this account. I really look at mine as an emergency fund. If I really needed the money, it would be there for me to withdraw at any time. I have decided to put money into my account every single week on a weekly basis, specifically for the Roth. And the Roth is just a piece. It's just a piece of your overall financial pie. You're going to maybe have your mortgage. You're maybe going to have your HSA, your Social Security, your healthcare, your HSA, maybe a taxable brokerage account. These are all pieces to the overall financial puzzle. And then you may even start a business. So if you have a business, that's a whole nother piece to the financial puzzle. But they all work together to build your overall wealth, to build your net worth. That's the goal, is to really enlarge your net worth so you're creating generational wealth. And my opinion is that the Roth is one of the best ways that an individual can do that. So these were the benefits of the Roth IRA. Stay tuned for my next video where I break down the exact investments that I am putting into my Roth IRA. Remember, make good money choices. Till next time.